This is Gilbert Andrew Garcia. Listen to my radio show, A Tip from Gilbert. Talk, inspiration, and prayer every Monday from 11 a.m. till noon on Houston's gospel leader, KWWJ. 1360 AM and streaming live on kwwj.org. Listen on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and streaming live on kyokradio.org. KCOH 1230 AM, The Source. On Send Geek Radio 95.1 FM 1460 AM. And Aliento Radio 101.7 FM and 1540 AM. Call in at 832-570-8075 and follow me on social media. See you then. All right, Houston, you have me, Gilbert Andrew Garcia, with another episode of A Tip from Gilbert. Talk, inspiration, and prayer. Thank you, studio audience. And of course, this is one of my favorite songs, especially because it's my birthday. Now, I don't know if it's this song. What's that other one? It's my birthday, and I'll cry if I want to. No, I'm not crying. This is the Beatles, of course. You say it's your birthday. We're going to have a good time. I really can't sing, but that's okay because you know what I'm saying. It is my birthday. I have my partner, Ruby Dang, here, who's been with me. Actually, I've been with her 21 years.
21 years.
When did that happen?
21 years ago.
Oh, my God. Does it seem like 21 years? It seems like yesterday to me. But, here we go. You can go ahead and phase that out there, Mr. Producer, and we'll play in its entirety at the end. It's funny. I turned 60. And I don't know. The funny thing about 60 is I don't feel 60. Do I look 60 to you? Tell me the truth.
No.
There you go. Good answer. Good answer. No, I don't know. When are you supposed to feel old? Ladies and gentlemen, anyone out there in Houston, if you have a secret as to when does it all catch up to you? When do you feel 60? When do you feel 70? When does all that happen? Because I look through life through the same eyes. I like the same things. I still love music. I love going to shows. I still like loud things. I still like the same foods. It's unbelievable. And somehow it seems like I see life as I see my children grow. And that's my only barometer of really life changing and time passing. And the old saying, Ruby, when they say, you got to love your kids and this, that, because, it goes fast.
It does.
I guess that means we grow old fast because that's really what we're saying.
Yeah.
So what that means is we got to cherish every day on this planet because you know what? God woke me up today. And did he wake you up? He must have, because you're listening to this show. And you know what? That's not a guarantee. And so we've got to really live our lives and treat everyone with dignity and grace because you just don't know when the good Lord will call you for greater things. And so we are here because this is what's called, my first time, the Mother's Day edition of Talk, Inspiration, and Prayer. And I want everyone who's out there listening, you can call in at 832-570-8075 and wish your mother a happy Mother's Day or give us a Mother's Day story or anything you want to say about your mom. And I'm going to start with you, Ruby, because Ruby, first of all, now you as a woman, you are both sides of that issue as a mom. You are a mom, yep, and you have a mom.
And I have to add that I'm also celebrating a birthday in May because I'm also a May birthday.
You're a May birthday?
I am.
When was your birthday?
My birthday was May 9th.
Tee up that song again. What? Play that song again.
No, I'm happy.
Okay, you're too late already. The emotion left me already.
But,
that's okay.
But Gilbert, I'm happy to say I did not turn 60.
Oh, go ahead and just you just smashed me. No, Ruby, when was your birthday?
My birthday was May 9th, and I share that birthday because I'm a twin. I have a twin brother. So every year he and I celebrate our birthdays together. And it's always a combo for me because it's always around Mother's Day. But that's okay. Mother's Day is even more special now that I became a mother.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, let me ask you this. Did your parents dress y'all the same?
No, interesting. I have an older brother. We have since lost him. So it was a tough last year, but talking about happy times right now, right? So growing up, I have an older brother who's about 2 years older than me and Alan. Alan's my twin, and for some reason, I guess it was easier to find because we're fraternal twins, so it was easier to have my brothers dress like twins, and I was always different. So folks didn't think that Alan and I were twins; they thought Edgar and Alan were twins.
No kidding.
So-
But your brother, that's your twin. Of course, every time I see him, he always says that he's the good-looking one.
He always says
He's
that,
the
right?
good-looking twin. Now, I don't know if I agree with that, but I know he thinks it.
We'll give him that.
We'll let him have that. So what's it like Mother's Day for you at the Dang household for you?
Well, Mother's Day is an important day, right? So it kind of brings back a lot of memories. One, when I was a child, right? And celebrating Mother's Day with my mom and our family is a little different than what we're doing now, because back then, we all celebrated as a family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. So there was
y'all would all celebrate Mother's Day?
All of us would
Oh, how
celebrate Mother's Day, and
beautiful.
it was beautiful. And we would celebrate, I grew up on the southeast side of town, which is an area called Pecan Park. And in that area, there is a park called the Mason Park. It's still there, and it's transformed. It's beautiful now. So I welcome everyone going there. But back then, we all kind of had the same thought of the folks in the neighborhood was to celebrate Mother's Day at Mason Park. So my parents, all the men, my uncles, my dad, they would get up like 6:30 in the morning.
Holy cow.
To claim their spot, and it's always the same spot every year right by the bayou. And then the women would stay home and cook, and then some of us would go to mass. So then we would all end up at Mason Park, right around 10, 11, and we'd be there all day.
Wow.
All day. So it was beautiful.
And like how many of y'all were there?
Gosh, I would say about 25, 30.
Wow.
Folks, yeah.
Oh my God. That's a lot of Muñozes running around.
It was a lot. Yeah. And it was wonderful, right? We spent all day there, because we rarely had the chance to get together. My parents, just like my relatives, they are hardworking people, and they had to work all the time. So it was rare. So these special occasions, that meant a lot to us. And so now, fast forward now, like anything life, folks grow up, they have their own families, and that's what's happened. A lot of us have kind of branched off. So Mother's Day is a little smaller, but very intimate. And now my mother, I'm blessed that I have.
Hold the thought on your mom.
Okay.
Because I want to come to your mom.
Okay.
Because we have a caller right now. Is there a
right.
Pastor Juan Carlos on the line?
Yes, how you doing?
Mr. Pastor Juan Carlos, how are you?
I am here in the airport of Atlanta, connecting to Houston, and I got only 10 minutes because they're boarding the plane.
Oh my God! And you took your 10 minutes and called into my show. And Pastor, you know what? Could you just say a prayer for Houston and for all the mothers out there for Mother's Day?
Yes, that's what I wanted to do. But I wanted to do a prayer for you because a little bird told me that it's your birthday.
Thank you, Pastor. I
so
appreciate
let's
that.
do it. Father, thank you so much for all the mothers that lived in the past and they're with you, living in Houston now, and will come to live to Houston. Houston is a beautiful city, the second biggest city by area, 635 miles around after New York. Thank you for allowing us to live in Houston. I love Houston, my hometown. And I pray for all the moms, and I pray that they will be honored, that they will be protected, and they will be blessed, and they will raise children, and they will see not only their children, but they will see also their grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Serve God. Protect our mothers in Houston, that no mom will perish before, that they will fulfill life and they will live longer and see their dreams and kids and grandchildren that they pray for on their knees. that celebrate their life. But also, thank you for my brother Gilbert for this year. That is not 1 year more. It's 1 year closer to be with you when we go through that door into heaven. So I bless his life, bless his wife, his kids. I declare him a big tree with deep roots in your presence, in your word, in service to the community. And I pray that you keep blessing him, giving him health, giving him a deep relationship with you and a deep understanding how to help society. And I declare that in the name of our Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Gilbert, thank you so much. I thank you for what you're doing for our beloved city, H-Town. And I am so proud to call you a brother. And what a privilege for me to call and pray for you. And happy birthday, cumpleaños, feliz, cumpleaños,
Oh my gosh.
feliz, cumpleaños, dear Gilbert, cumpleaños, feliz.
Pastor, I'm hugging you on cyberspace right now. Thank you so much for calling, and you travel safely, sir.
I'll talk to you when I get home.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you. Well, before we go back, Ruby, to your mother, we have another caller here on A Tip from Gilbert, Talk Inspiration and Prayer. Let's go.
Yeah,
Rose, are you there? Tip from Gilbert, Talk Inspiration and Prayer. Let's go. I got a slight echo there, producer. Rose, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh my God, it's my sister.
Hey, Ron.
Rose, is that Rose, like my sister Rose?
It is the one and only.
What are you doing?
In.
What are you doing calling the show? Are you listening to the show?
I listen to it every single Monday.
Come on,
Thank
you do
very
not.
much.
Well,
I do.
gosh, that's exactly why I love you, Roseanne. Well, Roseanne, tell me something. So you're also like Ruby, you're on both sides of the coin. What's it like being a mother with seeing your children? You had one of them now that's working and very successful in California. You have the other one who just graduated from college. I mean, what are you feeling?
You know, I feel fantastic. I feel great. My kids are so amazing. They bring me so much joy, and I love every stage of being a mother. Like sometimes I think, oh, it was so great when they were little, and it was. But it was also great when they were older, and now they're young adults, and it's still great. So I have just been blessed. I have been blessed to have these great kids, and being a mother has just been such a joy, you know?
And so what about, so tell me the other side. So what's your memory of your mother, who happens to be my mother, but what's your memory of Mother's Day with your mom, our mom?
Yeah, well, you know, it's so funny because you were asking Ruby, like, hey, did your mom dress y'all the same? And that's like one of my memories because my sister and I, you know, Michelle, she's a year older than me, and we were always dressed the same. And that's kind of like one of my big memories of we were always wore the same outfits, and we had the same hairdo, and you know, we did everything together. We even celebrated our birthdays together.
No.
Because we are only 11 months apart. And so our birthdays were super close. Mine's in March and hers is in April. And we did everything together, and it was just really a cool thing.
Well, now that you're a grown-up woman, Ruby, you too, can you imagine our poor mother 11 months apart? I mean,
man.
we don't think of that when you're a kid, but now that we're adults, we look back and say, holy cow, 11 months apart. Wow, she was just pregnant, like, you know, a lot there.
Yes.
Well, so what was Mother's Day? What'd y'all do?
Oh, gosh. Well, it was actually pretty terrible.
You know what? That's the way it is with Latino families somehow. Holidays, I mean, it's pretty terrible. I got it. What happened?
No, well, I was actually super sick because I got food poisoning the night before.
Jen.
Oh my gosh. I was like having the most horrific food poisoning all through the night. I was sick. And
okay. Remember, no TMI here. That's too much information. All right, keep going. So you were sick. And then did your kids like like send you notes under the door? We love you. Happy Mother's Day. Or they just
Yeah.
left you alone?
Well, they pretty much, left me alone, but, I got my flowers and I got my cards and I got my gift, but I was basically in bed the whole day.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that could be a great Mother's Day
That
gift,
could be.
a little rest.
That's exactly right. You don't have to do any work, no cooking, no cleaning, no nothing.
There you go.
You know what? I maybe that was just in your mindset and you made yourself sick. So you could just be home. Well, Roseanne, what do you real quick, because I want to tell Houston about your latest book. My sister's a very accomplished author. She's written how many books? 6 books?
So I have written 10.
Oh my God, 10 books. I don't even know if I've read 10 books. Except yours, of course. But no, I don't even think I've read 10 books. Go ahead, tell us about them.
Yeah, so I write young adult fantasy, and all of my books feature Hispanic characters, dynamic families, powerful friendships, and complicated romance. So that's kind of my...
Isn't every romance complicated?
That sounds like my life.
That's right, complicated
exactly,
romance.
Right? Yes. It's like real life, but with a little bit of fantasy. And so right now I'm actually working on a huge Kickstarter campaign that I'm launching on the 23rd of this month.
Well, give us your website or something. Give Houston your website.
Yeah, so it's rosegarciabooks.com. That's where you can find me. And I just working so hard on this Kickstarter campaign.
And is this like when you say fantasy, do you mean like Twilight or unicorns or what do you mean by fantasy? Is it like monsters and werewolves?
Yeah, kind of like that. So I have in my fae fantasy, which is like fairies and elves and things like that. And it's a portal fantasy. So my characters actually go from the human realm into the fae realm.
We're seeing the picture now on the website. I'm saying it to everybody. There it goes. There it goes.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Keep going.
So anyway, it's just a very exciting romance about I'm just looking at this. Okay, I need to stop looking at. I'm just distracted by my own website.
It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. Holy cow.
Thank you. Yeah, I've worked very hard on my career and I'm very proud of it. So it's exciting. Fantasy is very exciting to me. It's what I have always loved to read. And so it's what I love to write.
Very good. Well, Rose, thank you for calling me. And you know what? I love you.
I love you. I hope you had a great Mother's Day and a great birthday.
Thank you, sis. I'll be talking about it here momentarily.
Okay.
Bye, Roseanne.
Thanks, Rose.
Bye, Ruby.
All right, let's go. We have Representative Ron Reynolds on the line. Representative, are you there? Representative.
Gilbert, good morning.
How are you, Representative? I got you here with Houston. And you know what? I think a little bird told me some good news. Share with us what has been happening with all your work on this bill that you pushed through and you did it. Of course, talk about incredible mothers and Mother's Day. Hopefully she'll be calling in, Jocelyn. And then, of course, Senator Miles is on it. Tell us all, Representative.
Well, good. Well, first of all, man, what a blessing. Happy birthday. I believe you celebrated a birthday. Or
yes, I did.
A birthday really soon. Yes. Happy birthday, my friend. And happy Mother's Day to all those wonderful mothers, including your lovely wife.
Amen.
So, yes, I'm very pleased that, because of, great people like you, but especially Ms. Griffin, that we were able to pass on the House on Friday, House Bill 3434, the bill that we have been talking about to get some much needed reforms in the Harris County Jail. This bill is one step closer to getting to the governor's desk. And now the ball is being passed over, as you stated, to Senator Boris Miles, Senate District 13, to lead the effort in the state Senate to prayerfully get it to the finish line. Ms. Griffin is certainly very excited and very pleased and thankful, but our work isn't done. We're halfway there, and now we just got to finish the second half of it. And I'm confident that Senator Boris Miles will be able to navigate that through the Senate so that it gets to Governor Abbott's desk within the next 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks out. You know, we're 2 weeks out from the end. 2 weeks out from the end of the legislative session. 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact,
my goodness.
is the end of the session.
That's
so
like right around the corner. Yeah, that's right around the corner.
We're in the fourth quarter, so we're eager, we're fired up. She's optimistic, and we're prayerful. But you know, our faith teaches us that faith without works is dead, and we're working diligently to get this bill across the finish line. So I want to thank all the listeners for their support, all the people that called my colleagues to ask them to support, because we were able to pass that bill overwhelmingly out of the House, and it goes to the Senate with momentum. So there's no reason why it should stall in the Senate. We have bipartisan support, and this is a good bill that will help save lives and making sure that no more mothers or fathers or brothers or sisters or kids have to bury someone who's awaiting their day in court in the Harris County Jail.
Yeah, as a reminder, listeners, remember we had Miss Jocelyn Griffin, and her son was arrested, and before he could even have his day in court, for whatever reason, was killed in the Harris County Jail. And what's interesting about that, Representative, is that's not an isolated incident. In the last year and a half, we've had almost 50 people killed before they even were heard. I mean, what if they were just innocent and they just couldn't afford a lawyer? It's outrageous. And even if they weren't innocent, nobody deserves a death sentence just because they were arrested for some sort of mistake or problem in their lives.
Absolutely.
And she's been trying. You go.
And I was going to say, and to add insult to injury, her son, you know, he had a mental illness, and it wasn't even a serious charge that he had. So this is just, it doesn't make it any better. I mean, like you said, even if a person was guilty, they don't deserve the death penalty.
That's right.
You know, and so this is horrendous. It needs to stop. That is 50 lives that those families will suffer irreparable harm forever. I mean, you know, an empty table, empty seat, a changed holiday, birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Their lives will never be the same. So, yeah, we got to do something. I can't thank Ms. Griffin enough for turning her pain into purpose. Nothing is going to bring her son back, but she just wanted to make sure that no other mother or no other family had to deal with the kind of grief that she's dealing with. So I admire her perseverance. She's pushing. She's like, hey, any updates? I mean, this lady is relentless, and I promise you, I'm not going to let her down.
She's on a mission from God, Representative, you know, because, you know, we had her on the show, and what's so interesting about her is here she's had all this incredible pain, and she has no anger or bitterness in her heart. It's just, I mean, I'm just like, how can this woman be this woman? I would be, I don't know. I'm a mere mortal. I would want payback. I'd be screaming and hollering. I'd be cursing. I think I'd go crazy. And here she is just saying, I just want to know the answers. How did he die?
So poised. Her faith is a demonstration for us to emulate. I mean, she's, you know, some people, you know, they say, hey, I'd rather see a sermon than hear one. When I look at her, I see a sermon, you know.
Yes.
I mean, I see so much hypocrisy all around, but then I see this lady living the life.
Representative, did I lose you? I may have lost the representative. That's okay if we did, because listen, Representative Reynolds is there. He's pushing it through, and now it goes to the master, meaning Senator Boris Miles, and we need to support him. It's the Senate side is what's really, really challenging. And that's where we really need to call in, write letters, anything we can. And so we thank Representative Reynolds, we thank Senator Boris Miles, and we thank Ms. Griffin for her incredible efforts.
Yeah, what a story.
What a story, right?
When she was here, and the strength that she had, the courage, you know, to speak out.
She hasn't had an answer in over a year. Yeah. Can you imagine losing one of your children
I can't.
and it's been like 15 months and nobody knows what happened other than, sorry, madam, he's dead.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, wait a minute. How? Why? When? I'm sorry. He's just dead.
Again, you know, the role of a mother never ends.
That's right.
You know, and I appreciate all the strength that she's had to continue to ask those difficult questions, because some people are afraid. You know, they are afraid of any type of retaliation, right? But, again, the love that a mother has for her child is to continuously fight. And I thank her for that, because I know that can't be an easy feat for her.
Amen. Let's see. Do we have another caller there? We do have another call. Oh, we have Representative Reynolds back. Representative, are you there? I got you back. Representative, did I get you back?
Hey, yeah. Sorry, I lost my signal.
No. Let me just ask you this, Representative, because
Sure.
tell us the next step and how can we in Houston and citizens help now the senator get it through? Because the Senate side is, I'm gonna use a phrase because obviously there's a behavior there in the legislature, but so I can the Senate side is what's difficult. Because it's just such a challenging. That used to be, I don't know, the gentleman's side, but sort of not anymore somehow.
No.
And now it's become sort of, a really challenging side. What can we do to help the senator?
Well, Gilbert, I'm glad you asked, and I certainly would elicit the viewer support. Senator Morris Miles is picking the House Bill 3434 up. What I would suggest is that they call the senator's office and elicit support for the committee. The bill is being referred to the Senate this week, and so I would imagine like tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday it'll be eligible for a hearing, and that basically they call the senators and ask that the bill be heard and voted out so that it can then get to the Senate floor. So the first step is for it to get a hearing, and that is what we want to see happen this as early as this week. But certainly we're on a real short window. So if it doesn't happen by next week, then the bill dies.
Oh, we can't let that happen. We cannot let that happen.
No. So the viewers, the listeners can call, and that is really the best thing that they can do to show support and solidarity with Ms. Griffin and House Bill 3434. So if they would just simply call and ask that the bill be heard and get a hearing, I know that I'm confident that once it gets a hearing, that bill will pass. And so that's what we're asking. And you're right to enlightening the listeners that there are a lot of bills that go to die in the Senate. In fact, Senator, Lieutenant Governor Patrick has stated that the bill that we passed out of the House this past week to allow for sports betting, he said that, hey, I'm not going to give it a hearing. So that's just an example of a bill can pass the House overwhelmingly and then die in the Senate and not even get a hearing. So the Lieutenant Governor can easily request that. So I'm also going to ask that the listeners call the Lieutenant Governor and ask that 3434 be set for a hearing.
What extraordinary power that Lieutenant Governor has, right? Just to be able to randomly say, we're not even going to hear it. Isn't that amazing?
No. You know what the listeners should know? The Lieutenant Governor is arguably more powerful than the governor, because the governor can veto. That means that he can kill a bill once it gets out the finish line. Well, Lieutenant Governor can stop it from even getting to the finish line.
It's unbelievable.
But not allowing a hearing in the Senate. So the Lieutenant Governor is the most powerful person in the state, arguably, because if he wants a bill to die, even though it passes the House unanimously, he can kill it right there in the Senate, and the governor never can do anything about it.
Wow.
So,
Representative.
So we need the listeners to definitely weigh in and call Lieutenant Governor Patrick and ask that this bill be placed as a priority for a hearing this week.
Do you think you're going to have a special session?
I do. I unfortunately, I think that from all accounts of what I'm hearing from some pretty reliable sources, that Governor Abbott will be calling a special session. We don't know when, but only he holds the cards to do that. But I do feel certain that he's going to call us back for a special session.
Well, Representative, we thank you for your service, and we thank you for doing the Lord's work, because we know it's not easy there right these days. So we thank you for all of that.
Brother, thank you, Gilbert. And I look forward to celebrating your birthday with you, man. May God speak to you, and may God continue to show favor upon you, my friend.
Thank you, Representative. Thank you so much for. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
I think
Bye-bye.
what we
What a
should
gentleman.
do,
What a gentleman.
exactly, the representative does incredible work, right? But
Yes, he
I think
does.
what we should do to give Miss Griffin a belated Mother's Day gift is to all lob in these calls.
Yeah. You know, what we'll do on the website is we'll put Senator Miles' phone number and we'll put the Lieutenant Governor's phone number so everyone can know where to call and just say 3434. I'm trying to come up with a rhyme. 3434.
3434.
Go for 3434. No, 3434 is. I'll come up with something clever. I really will.
We'll work on it.
Yeah. So now let's go to your mama, Mama Munoz.
Okay.
First of all, how old is Mama?
She will be turning 93 this August.
93 years
I'm
young.
very blessed.
Can you mean what's that song? Chestnuts roasting for kids from 1 to 92. Isn't that how it is?
Yeah.
Is it 92?
It is.
Well, she's 93. So she's no longer a kid.
No.
By 1 year.
Right.
So tell us about Mama Munoz. I mean, so is she walking around? Does she get around?
She is, she was a woman who had a lot of strength. Remember, her background. She and my dad came here to give their kids a better opportunity, and for that, I'm always grateful because that was like my first opportunity, right? And I had to show them that we were grateful for it and we never forgot. So I'm really proud that my brothers and that I think we made them proud, right? But remember, they came to a country that they didn't speak the language, they knew no one, but that was their mission. So they came to Houston in the early 60s, and they settled on the southeast side of town, an area I know many folks knew, Gulfgate Mall. Well, we were right down the street from there, and they made sure that we had opportunities. Now, mind you, we came from very humble beginnings, but they always had like big plans for us, right? So they had a lot of love, a lot of encouragement, and I'm always grateful for that because I think that's what got me to where I am now. And again, Mother's Day was very different back then, as I was describing. Yeah. We were a big family, and we had these wonderful events. But over time, I totally get it. I think it's a good thing, right? Because though the gatherings are smaller, it's because not only me, my brothers, but, many of my cousins, they have all had success, and they also owe a lot to their parents because they did the same thing, the same route of coming here to give them a better opportunity. But with that, many people have left Houston to seek, to forward their careers. And so here we are. There's just a handful of us. So we celebrated with my brother and my family, my parents, and my mom. She's had some challenges over time, right? At 93, it's a little more difficult to walk. And I also want to mention I have my father who's also 93.
Wow.
So both parents, and so they have a little difficulty walking, but mom's having a little more issues with a little bit of dementia. So it makes it a little more challenging, but so my Mother's Day gift is to be able to spend time with them.
Wonderful. And that means you have great genes.
I know.
Because if your mom's 93, your dad's 93, what was that song, Jiminy Cricket? I'm no fool, no siree. I'm going to live to be 103.
Whoa, I didn't know that one.
Does anybody know that? I guess I'm the only one that knows those things. But wow, what a thing. Yeah. I think we have another caller here, Ruby. So hold on. And then I want to... Miss Griffin. Oh, wow. Great. Miss Griffin, are you there? Miss Griffin.
Yes, sir.
If your ears were ringing or burning or whatever that word is, it's because we've been talking about you all show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well,
I'm hoping it was good, Gilbert.
Of course it's good. I got to tell you, what an incredible Mother's Day gift you got from the House of Representatives by getting this bill, which frankly is just a sanity bill. I mean, how can you treat these human beings so poorly? How can you, not have justice for them? How can you possibly have them killed and nobody knows how or why? How can that be? This is just a bill of just rational and just. Mm-hmm. And you got it unanimously passed, and it's on the way to the Senate. What a great Mother's Day gift for you.
Yes, it is. It is. That gives us at least a little wink of closure, You know, we've not been able to get a lot of results on what happened to Evan, but this gives me a little bit of closure that, you know, we'll have something to look forward to, knowing that our son is no longer here, but his death did not go in vain. So we are able to move forward. A little wink there. I just really commend my state representative, Ron Reynolds, along with my senator, Boris Miles.
That is wonderful. Let me ask, what's the next plan for you? Are you going to be going back up there to testify in the Senate, or go there to hear the vote, or what's your plan?
Yes, that is my plan. This second, I am definitely excited and getting everyone ready for the trip back to Austin to testify. I'm getting as many people as I can on board, and we're going to take a bus ride up to Austin, and everyone that goes is going to testify. And we're going to just blow
Woo!
that criminal justice committee and our Senator Whitmire, we're going to let him know that we're there really, really loud and clear. And I'm going to speak into existence that it'll be passed, and our Governor Abbott will be signing that bill, House Bill 3434, into law.
Amen.
Amen.
I mean, some people see prison as like a way to just sort of lock up all the people of color somehow. And they just sort of think, oh, well, they're not human beings. We'll throw them in there. There's no air conditioners, no nothing. It's overcrowded. And let's just hope they all get along. I mean, how horrible is that?
It's terrible, but this bill will definitely make a change for those who are incarcerated from our city and county jails. And my understanding and evidence that there's a lot of other counties that has picked up on this bill and have given this bill a little weight. And that makes it extra special. You know, that's a little bit more coating on the cake, if you will, a little bit more icing on the cake when you have more counties that's wanting to use this bill as well. Once it becomes law, they're wanting to be in their counties as well, because this bill will help them, you know, with their standards and the jail standards. It'll help them, you know, with housing the human beings that they have there. I'm not saying to give them a great castle to be in, because, you know, this is a punishment phase. But when you're talking about city and county jails, these are temporary places and no one is convicted of anything. They're just there being held, and they're not designed for a long time stay. So I feel like they should be treated differently, because they've not been convicted of anything.
That's right. And at the end of the day, we are supposed to be the good guys. We are the greatest country in the world. We should be treating people humanely no matter what, because we are America. That's what we're about. And so I am so grateful that you called. And I hope that when we have success, because I feel it, that you come on the show and we just share some love with Houston, and we thank Senator Miles, and we thank the governor, who hopefully will sign it in. So let's keep our fingers crossed. You know, what they say, it ain't over till it's over. You know,
right.
Yeah, we may be, you know, in the what do you call it? In the neutral, not the neutral zone.
Well, I think we're always in fighting mode.
Yeah, we're all in
have
fighting
to
mode.
fight.
You know, we're right in scoring position, but we gotta score. We've got to score.
That's right.
Well, then I will say thank you very much, and let us know what's going on and keep us posted.
I sure will. Again, thank you, Gilbert, and your entire staff there and your production there. Thank you all so much. God bless you.
Thank you,
Mr.
and to
Fan.
you, and happy Mother's Day. You know, again, Houston, that's what this show is for. We took up the issue with all the noise ordinance on Washington Avenue. We were able to make change there. We took up this issue on people being treated inhumanely and the incarcerated, and we're going to make some change there. That's what this show is for. People call in. Let's make change. Let's rally each other. This is the People Station. Call in all the time. We have another caller. Show me that name again. Is there a Jasmine on the line?
There is. Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
Jasmine, you are here with a tip from Gilbert, talk, inspiration, and prayer. And let me just ask you, are you a mother yourself, or you have a mother?
Oh no, I'm a mother. No, I have a mother.
You have a mother. So let's
Yes.
not get ahead of ourselves now.
Let's not get ahead of
Let's not get
ourselves.
ahead of ourselves. So you have a mother. Tell us what Mother's Day is in the Jasmine household.
Absolutely. So I absolutely cherish both of my parents, of course, but my mom holds a very special place in my heart. My mom has taught me all things about, just how to be a woman, how to take care of myself, be loving and generous to everyone around me. And she really instilled the faith that, what it takes to be, a Christian woman. And so I appreciate my mom. I respect my mom. I respect all moms out there. And I just want every mom to know out there that they are needed. They are the backbone of a child's life, and they are so appreciated. And I actually had a question for Ruby.
All right, hit her.
Yes.
She's ready.
So, because I'm assuming, you're the only mother in the car right now. What
Yes.
does it feel like? When does reality hit you that you are a mom? Like, is it when you first have the baby? Is it when you first see the baby, when you wake up out of the hospital? Like, when does that moment hit you? Like, dang, I got to raise this kid. I have a kid.
When the
now,
baby's
and
crying at night, that's when it hits you?
Well, I think the first
or the first poopy pamper.
I think I take it further back. And great question, Jasmine. I think it's when I first found out I was pregnant. That's when reality hits. You're overjoyed, right? Because it's glorious to be a mother. But when I was pregnant, I had all these ideas of motherhood, and it was very beautiful and peaceful because the baby isn't here yet, and it's a whole different story when you have when you have the little one. But it's beautiful, and I'm just so blessed that I've been able to be a mother twice. My son, Christopher Dang, who is gonna be 20 years old this summer.
He's a
And
big
in fact,
guy.
He's right here.
Oh my God.
Best mom
He's
ever.
giving me a hug right now.
Look at that. Wow.
And then my
There's
daughter.
moments like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then my daughter.
And notice that he
Claudia.
just went right past me. I'm just chopped liver here, but that's okay. Keep going.
And then my daughter Claudia, she's 18-year-old. She's high school. She'll be graduating from St. Pius High School on her way to A&M. She's going to be attending their engineering program. And Christopher is also a sophomore at UTSA. But all along the way, you just experience ups and downs, right? But
Right.
I would not trade him for anything in the world. There are moments where I'm just kind of sitting around and a memory will pop up, right? Especially during Mother's Day. And even going forward, I anticipate, what their life's going to be. I can't wait for them to be parents and to see, what it's like to be a grandmother, what it's like.
Oh
for
my
them to be
gosh. Can you believe that?
look,
It's going to happen.
it happens just like that.
Do you-
But it's a beautiful and wonderful journey. Every day is full of surprises. I'm the proudest mom ever.
Now, do you ever stop worrying about your kids?
There are moments.
I mean, because you know how when their kids you're always worrying, oh, God, I hope he comes home. I hope he can make it home tonight.
I think you always have that concern, right? But, all I can do is hopefully my husband and I and really all the community, right? Because it takes a community. It takes a village to raise a child. I hope that along the way that we gave them the tools to make the right choices to move forward. And I know life is difficult. Sometimes you take a misstep, but you hope that they can then redirect and to know that we're always here to be used as a resource for anything, and that we will love them and guide them and never be afraid to come to us.
Wonderful. Jasmine, I so appreciate you calling in. Thank you, and hope you call in again.
Thank
Of
you,
course,
Jasmine.
everybody have a good one.
So-
No problem.
We have with us a lot of interns, because one of the things that got me started in this whole train of roll in this financial services is I had an internship. And I had an internship, I'm going to date myself, Ruby, in 1983 at Solomon Brothers, which was the prince of capitalism in New York City. And I'll never forget, I was the only Latino on the entire trading floor, the only one.
Now
And-
there are two.
Now there's two. That's right. Now there's two. And both of them are my friends.
Yeah.
I was the only Latino on the entire trading floor, and there was 2 African Americans on the entire trading floor, and there were probably no more than a handful of women, and they were just essentially all white male. And I'm not judging or anything, but it was just a different world. And that's how I got my start in my business. In this business, I would have never been in this business had it not been for that summer, because my parents don't have a retirement. They don't own stocks or bonds. I don't have a trust fund. My parents' retirement is me.
Yeah.
And
Same
so
here.
ultimately, we're trying to pay it forward by getting young people exposure to this industry, an industry that they probably wouldn't get exposure to otherwise. So I have a lot of young interns here, and I'm going to have them come tell me something about their mother. And they're all here sort of listening in the front, and they all have that beginning summer when they're, before the summer when, they're still happy till we start getting on their case and say, where's the long bond today? Where's the 10-year? Well, we have another call. Is there an Ernie on the line? Ernie, are you there?
Yes. Good morning, Gilbert.
Ernie, how are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm loving hearing all these wonderful comments about moms and the importance of moms in the lives of their children.
Well, tell us about your mama, Ernie. Now, you come from a big family, don't you?
Yes, my mom had 10.
Oh, my God.
One passed, but she always claims that, she had the baby. And so, it's a wild west kind of the way I grew up.
Let me ask you, is your mama with us or no?
Yes, my mom.
Oh, what a wonderful thing.
She's excited about you, Gilbert, running for mayor.
Oh, my God.
Finally.
I'm hugging your mom.
I want to see a Hispanic mayor.
Let's do it. It's time. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's time. And my mom saw you yesterday on KPR Channel 2 in your segment talking about newsmakers and talking about the debt ceiling, and then also talking about your opportunity to help the city of Houston. And she was very impressed, and we had about 15 family members watching.
Wow.
All clapping.
Well, you know what? I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I'm dying to see it.
It's awesome. And they put a beautiful picture of you and your wife.
Oh, wow.
And my mother really liked that. She really liked that you had your wife on there.
Oh, well, listen, my wife, she runs the household, and she reminds me all the time.
That's the truth. That's what I thank my mother for every day, is that she ran the household. She told my father, I know you bring in the paycheck, but I'm the one that knows how to spend it.
Wow. Well, with 10 children, she's got to run herd, because if not, the whole household goes chaos.
Exactly. And, my mom was smart enough to know that she didn't want to. My father said, how can we send our kids to Catholic school? We don't have enough money for that. And my mom had the smarts to say, we send them because that's how they get their college scholarship.
Beautiful.
And then she was smart. She said, you make the grades, you're there, you get a scholarship. She was no playing around.
Well,
she said, this is how you do it.
Well,
and
tell
she
us,
was smart.
Ernie, tell us about you. You're a mom, right?
Yes.
So what's it like you being a mom and, now seeing it sort of the other side of the coin of motherhood?
Well, it's beautiful because I learned from my mom to give back to the community. And when I went to UT on a full scholarship, I learned about giving back through the school and also giving back as my own personal. So I not only worked in corporate for 10 years, I gave the money out. I was the one that gave the money to the nonprofits. So then a nonprofit came to me and said, I think it's time for you to come to this side and help us. And I had gotten pregnant. And I thought, oh, this is a sign. So I went to Marcia Dimes, who was, of course, saving babies. So I believe in signs.
Unbelievable.
And my son, to this day, is a caregiver. He is one that cares about the community. And I hope it's because I showed him that that's the importance in life. You can't just work. You've got to work at giving back. That's an important job too.
Wow.
And I'm giving back, Gilbert, because you and your firm, Garcia Hamilton and Associates, I know have made an impact on this city, not only with interns, but most definitely with understanding the importance of Big Brothers Big Sisters, the understanding of the Children's Museum, what's happening in the Jewish community, in the Asian community. You have touched so many, and especially the LGBTQ. You have been there for them, and we're about to do their parade, and you're doing so much. And to me, that's what a mother does. She teaches her child how to give back.
That's right.
Well, that is beautiful, Ernie. I'm just like, I just want to hug you right now. I'm going to hug you right now. Bam. No, Ernie, I really appreciate it. That's so nice of you. And, thank you for sharing, though, your story of your mother, your siblings, and then, of course, the story of you. Ernie, thank you for calling in. We always enjoy you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all you do. And thank you, too, for everything that you do to give back.
Amen.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, let's get some of these interns here, Ruby. So come on up here. I want to know, tell me your name and give me your memory of of Mother's Day.
All right, so my name is Ruben Vara, and this most recent Mother's Day. So my mom is the biggest inspiration in my life. She's what's motivated me to be here today. She worked her way through college, put herself through nursing school. She's now the director of patient care services, opening a hospital in Austin for Texas Children's. And so this most recent Mother's Day, we all woke up early and drove to my grandmother's church downtown to surprise her at Mass. Her and her sons came, and me and my brothers came with our mom and our dad. And then after Mass, we all went to breakfast together, came home. One of my tios cooked some fajitas up for all of us.
You can't go wrong with fajitas.
No.
We had some rice and beans, hung out, played games together, watched a movie, and then my mom had to head out to Austin to continue working on opening up the hospital this coming year.
Wonderful. Well, tell your mom Happy Mother's Day right there.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you, and keep working hard.
Amen. Amen. Come on. That was a good one. That was a good one. Right here, young man. Yes. They're all like who? Me? No, yes, you. Come on. Come on.
Hello, my name is
And
Evan.
by the way, you can look into that camera right there, straight ahead.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Evan. I'd say my favorite Mother's Day memory was probably this most recent one. It was nice because my mom works hard 24/7, 365, and that day she's got to rest. We didn't have to do anything. We already had food made. I made her a nice breakfast, made her coffee.
You made it?
Yes, I did.
Holy cow! What did you make?
Just something simple: bacon, egg, and cheese tacos. It's one of her favorites. I made her French press coffee.
That's pretty good. Does that mean they were like frozen and you put them in the microwave?
No,
Or you
sir.
really,
Fresh,
you really cooked that
fresh,
stuff up?
fresh, homemade.
Look at that.
Homemade.
All right, we're talking fresh, Ruby, fresh. Wow. Well, then tell your mom you love her, will you?
I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Excellent, excellent. Give them a round of applause. Young lady. That's right. Come on. Come on.
It's nice to see a female in the bunch.
There you go. Come on in here. Tell us your name and everything. And
My name's Raquel. Mother's Day, we just, chilled, relaxed, watched movies with my grandpa, Horace Marvis. I'm pretty sure you know who that is. And yeah, that's about it. We just enjoyed each other's time.
Horace is your father?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather?
Yes.
Oh my God. Horace is such a prince.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
love him.
I love
he
him
gave me
too.
this opportunity, so
Well,
I'm grateful for that.
He's wonderful. He is the leader of the Transport Workers Union there at Metro and has been a mechanic for, golly, 30 years, maybe longer. How wonderful. You should be very proud of him. So go back. So what movie did you watch? What is Chillin'?
Creed 3.
Creed 3. Oh, I like Creed 3.
It was real nice.
Oh, yeah. I like Creed 3.
Yeah.
I've seen Creed 1, 2, and 3, and his opponent keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is super cool. So chilling. What is chill? Tell me what chilling is.
Relaxing, like just chilling on the couch, with water. Well, they had wine.
They had wine, but she had water. Well, that is cool. I love sitting around and chilling, watching TV and stuff with my family.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming. And,
Thank you.
And tell your mama first of all that you love her.
I love you, Mom, and happy Mother's Day. And thank you, grandfather.
There you go. Thank you for coming. All right, I'm going to come around the horn. Come on, young man. Because you two I kind of already know. So let's come around here. All right. So what's your name, young man?
All right, my name's Nico. Yesterday for Mother's Day, we just kind of relaxed at home because me and all my siblings were either in college or have graduated from college. So it's pretty rare for all of us to be back home together. So yeah, we just relaxed, just like watch like the basketball game and just like kind of caught up a bit.
Good. Who won?
The Celtics did.
The Celtics. Awesome. Well, tell your mom you love her.
All right. Love you, Mom.
Way to go. That was good. We have another caller, though. We have another caller. Is there a Lindsay on? Young man, you come.
Yes. Hi, Gilbert.
Lindsay, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Tell me about your mom. This is our Mother's Day edition. Tell me about your mama.
Oh, my word. She is the most supportive person. I mean, when I told her I was going to go out and be an artist, she was like, that's great, sweetie. Like, do it,
How wonderful.
Said, Yeah, she believes in me no matter what I do.
And what's your memory of you? Now, you have a sister, right?
Yes.
And she's older or younger? I forgot.
Oh, she's younger.
So when y'all were growing up, what's your memory of Mother's Day at home?
Oh, mostly we would go and pick up our grandmother, who lived, about 20, 30 minutes away. And we would take her out to eat somewhere, usually somewhere like Luby's.
Yeah. Oh, I
And,
know.
you
We get the Luann platter.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What's your nickname for your grandmother? Everybody, there's always a yaya, a nana. I mean, what's the nickname for your grandmother?
Oh man, we didn't have anything interesting. We just called her grandma. But I guess the one thing was when I was younger, I had a real thick Texas accent that I grew out of.
You
So we
sound
used to call
great
her
to me,
Grandma.
Lindsay.
Grandma.
Well, Lindsay, real quick, tell us about what's the latest with your art project and all the things that you're doing. Is there an event coming up, or when's the next class, or whatever else here?
Yes, we're throwing a fundraiser on October 14th. So it's a gala that's called, sorry, I just came up with the name of the gala the other day, but an Evening of Color.
Oh, how beautiful. And where's it going to be?
and
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be in the Woodlands, and we're having it, where we're looking for sponsors, table sponsors, anybody who wants to support the community, maybe get their company name out there. And we'd love to have you.
What I'll do is between here and there, we'll get you on the show, Lindsay, so you can talk more about it.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Thanks, Gilbert.
Thank you for calling in, and keep doing the Lord's work. Art is such a beautiful
Thank you.
way for children to express themselves, especially children. So I really appreciate what she's doing. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Go ahead, young man.
Hi, my name is Max. Yesterday, my closest family came together for Mother's Day. My mom, my aunt, and my grandmother, who I'm also really close with. So we all just sat around, watched the Astros game, and ate a lot of food. So it was pretty awesome.
And what'd y'all have?
My everyone but me had all the meat that my uncle can hunt, because he goes hunting and he gets all the stuff. I had the mac and cheese that my cousins made. So it was the best mac and cheese I ever had in my life.
So you passed on the beef and the venison, and you just said, you know what, give me that mac.
Yeah, that's all me.
And you know what makes the mac and cheese? It's the cheese.
That's right.
You just got to have lots of cheese, and it doesn't matter about the noodles, right? It's the
It's all
cheese.
about the cheese.
And I
Yeah.
don't like when the cheese is like watery,
No.
liquidy.
that's
I like full,
Gooey.
real cheese on my mac and cheese. And don't give me those crumpled things on there.
Oh,
You
no.
know, yeah, I want the cheese. Well, tell your mom that you love her, will you?
I love you so much, Mom. I wouldn't be here without you. And also my grandmother. Love you too.
Way to go. Threw in the grandma. That's nice of you. All right, come on in here, young man. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes, so we're going to go fast here. Go ahead. And let's tee up your birthday again here in a minute. Don't turn it on yet, producer. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, my name's Alejandro Rivera, and yesterday for Mother's Day, I got up real early, same with my brother and my dad. They started getting to work on the breakfast, and I went out and bought some chocolates and a card, and brought it back. And me and my brother, we finished up breakfast. We cooked her some nice eggs, bacon, fruit salad, pancakes, and then we just got it prepared for her, and we brought it to her, and we woke her up, and we just watched a movie and the Astros game after that.
What movies you watch?
We watched Rise. It's on Disney Plus.
Rise.
It's about Giannis Antetokounmpo and how he his family escaped Greece.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's an incredible story.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
You know, all I know is just listen to you. I'm hungry now. Damn, I'm hungry. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry. Can I say damn? Is that one of the words you can't say on the radio? Remember the 7 words you can't say?
Soon find
Oh my God, the FCC is gonna be at my door. Hey, you can't say that. No, well, tell your mom you love her, will you?
Love you, Mom.
Well, okay. How about you? That was fast. I love you, Mom, and I do, and I mean it. No, that's wonderful. And your grandma, is she around?
She is.
Okay, tell grandma too.
Love you, Grandma. Both of y'all. Love you all.
All right, very good. Thank you for coming. All right. So here we are. You know, I'm going to tell you a story. So when I was first came to this, you got
No, I
something?
just wanted to
Go,
say
Ruby.
one thing. I think it was beautiful to hear everyone talk about their moms and honor their moms, right? But remember, we should do it every day, right?
There you go.
Because they are amazing. They're the ones who encourage you and love you no matter what. So it's great that we have one day that we observe, but let's remember to love them and recognize them and appreciate them every day.
Amen for that. So back to being 60. So I remember when I first came to the firm, 20 years ago, there was a gentleman here. I'll just say his name was Jeff, and he turned 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he was there. It was his birthday, and I was in the kitchen. I said, "Golly, Jeff," I said, "you don't look 60." Well, now everybody's telling me, "Golly, Gilbert, you don't look 60." I think just everybody says that when you're 60,
Yeah.
because you know what? I don't know. Do I look 60 to
You
you?
don't look 60.
Well, damn it. I hope I never look 60. I hope I'm 60 going on 40. So here we go, Houston. This is another episode of A Tip from Gilbert, Talk, Inspiration, and Prayer. Always pay it forward. Always have interns. Give them exposure. Call in, 832-570-8075. I want to say thank you to all my station partners. KWWJ, keep walking with Jesus. KYOK, the legendary KYOK. KCOH, the source. And of course, Aliento Radio and Sangeet Radio. We're looking for one or two more stations. I'm going to find them out there. And Houston, this is your station. This is your time. Say what you want to say, because we can say what we want. There's a lot of good happening in the world. And all we do is hear about all the bad things. And all the, we already know that. So let's talk about the good in the world. And we'll see you next time. All right. Could y'all hear? Okay, because I don't know if y'all can hear. Well, that was a good episode. That was fun.
That was great.
Wasn't that fun? All right, let's take a picture with all of us. Group photo. This is Gilbert Andrew Garcia. Listen to my radio show, A Tip from Gilbert. Talk, inspiration, and prayer every Monday from 11 a.m. till noon on Houston's gospel leader, KWWJ. 1360 AM and streaming live on kwwj.org. Listen on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and streaming live on kyokradio.org. KCOH 1230 AM, The Source. On Sangeet Radio 95.1 FM 1460 AM and Aliento Radio 101.7 FM and 1540 AM. Call in at 832-570-8075 and follow me on social media. See you then. Get in tight like we like each other.